What if I told you Kong isn't angry at humans just because they stepped onto his island? He's furious because humanity just woke up a titan that could become a threat to the entire Earth. In this episode, one decision changes everything. In this breakdown, we're going to explain the full episode and uncover hidden details you probably missed.
Season 2 opens not just with chaos, but with consequences. The moment Apex reactivated the Axis Mundi pathway at the end of Season 1, they didn't just reopen a portal, they disturbed a balance that had been buried for centuries. And that decision is exactly why Kong isn't just angry, he's reacting. When we see Kong tearing through Skull Island, it's important to understand this isn't random destruction. Kong has always been territorial, but here he feels something deeper. Something ancient has shifted. After Kate and the others escape by helicopter, they catch a glimpse of Kong below, enraged, scanning the island like he senses a coming storm. By the end of the episode, we realize he was right. Meanwhile, Keiko wakes up under testing inside a secured Monarch facility. From her perspective, almost no time has passed, but for the world, decades. When Hiro helps her escape and reveals she's aboard a massive Monarch vessel, the shock isn't just emotional, it's ideological. Monarch was once a small, secretive research group. Now, it's a global titan hunting operation. And Keiko, unknowingly, became part of the myth that built it.
Hiro and the other children were still being held, and Keiko was overwhelmed with guilt for leaving Lee behind in Axis Mundi. When Nate arrived, he and Brenda tried to explain that everything they did was meant to save Keiko and the others, but Keiko wanted to go back for Lee. Nate warned her that Axis Mundi was more dangerous than ever, and with Kong already enraged, returning would be suicide. Kate was just as determined. She refused to leave Lee behind. Keiko then began remembering the past, when she, Bill, and Lee traveled to a remote island in South America. At that time, Keiko was in a relationship with Bill. The three of them were hunting a legendary sea serpent, said to appear every 200 years. When they arrived, the island felt strange and unwelcoming. They entered a village marked by a symbol resembling the eye of Titan X. The villagers clearly did not want them there. Inside a bar, Bill found what appeared to be a fresh piece of Titan X's remains. When he tried to photograph it, a villager attacked him, nearly starting a fight before others intervened. Back in the present, Monarch's ship remained outside Skull Island's storm barrier. Kate reunited with her brother Kent, who revealed he had been working with their father for the past 2 years to help rescue her. Their family was finally healing, but Kate made it clear she wouldn't leave without Lee. Down in Axis Mundi, Lee realized the portal above had sealed again. He was trapped once more. Kate later spoke with Hiro and Keiko. Hiro was overjoyed to have his mother back, but Keiko's body was struggling to adjust after being trapped in Axis Mundi for years. Kate asked Hiro to help reopen the portal, but he insisted it was too dangerous and that they couldn't break the rules. Kate snapped. Her father had broken rules before, and she was ready to do the same. She would go back for Lee with or without their help.
Kate pushes Hiro to reopen the portal. Hiro hesitates, not because he doesn't care, but because he understands the scale of risk. Kong is already unstable. Reopening the pathway could send another shockwave across the island. Still, Kate, Kent, and May secretly return to Skull Island. And this sequence highlights something important. Humanity keeps repeating the same mistake. Curiosity over caution. As they move through the jungle, we see more evolved creatures. Massive electric avians, predatory bat-like titans. Skull Island isn't just dangerous, it's adapting. In flashbacks, Bill claims Titan X destroyed his crew years ago, but was that the full truth, or was obsession already driving him? The villagers' worship suggests Titan X isn't simply destructive, it's part of a natural cycle, and that's a theme this episode quietly builds. Humans interrupt cycles they don't understand. Inside the destroyed Apex lab, Hiro and the others begin repairing the portal tech. This is the turning point, because the question isn't can they reopen it, the question is should they? Meanwhile, Lee encounters one of the creatures Keiko once faced. Armed with nothing but a blade, he stands his ground. This moment shows Lee's arc clearly. He's no longer running from the unknown, he's confronting it. Monarch helicopters arrive, urging evacuation. Hiro hesitates. Kate refuses. Her decision is emotional, but it's also catalytic. Above, Hiro repaired the portal machinery but hesitated to activate it. Monarch helicopters arrived, urging everyone to evacuate. Hiro begged Kate to reconsider. She refused. Lee had fallen into Axis Mundi trying to save her. She would not abandon him now. In the past, the waitress led Bill, Lee, and Keiko into a cave filled with Titan X markings. The villagers worshipped it every time it rose. The truth was undeniable. In the present, despite Monarch's warnings, Kate activated the machine. The portal to Axis Mundi burst open with a massive pulse. On the other side of the island, Kong awoke instantly, enraged again. A transport pod dropped into Axis Mundi, and Lee saw it descending. As he ran toward it, Titan X began rising after centuries of dormancy. Swarms of monsters attacked Lee, but he fought his way into the pod. Titan X followed the open path toward Earth. Lee powered up the pod and ascended through the storm. Above, Titan X emerged onto Skull Island. During the chaos, Nate was caught in its path and killed. The team watched in horror. Titan X then moved toward the ocean, its threat no longer confined to the island. Lee safely returned to the surface, but he was immediately confronted by an enraged Kong. Kong destroyed the machinery and sealed the pathways before charging after Titan X into the sea. Titan X retreats into the ocean, no longer confined to Skull Island. The threat has expanded globally. Lee survives. Kong vanishes into the storm in pursuit. And the episode ends not with victory, but with imbalance restored only temporarily. Because Season 2 isn't just about monsters fighting, it's about what happens when humanity keeps opening doors it doesn't fully understand. If you're enjoying this deeper breakdown and theory analysis, hit that like button. Let's aim for 10,000 likes. Drop your predictions about Titan X and Kong's next move in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode analysis. Out on Skull Island, Monarch and Apex are forced into an uneasy alliance, and this is where the show gets interesting. The destruction Kong caused isn't mindless. According to the team's analysis, Kong is defending the island. Humans crossed into a realm they were never meant to access. Axis Mundi isn't just another hollow Earth tunnel, it's something older. Kate refuses to leave Lee behind, and emotionally, this is where the season grounds itself. Lee didn't fall into Axis Mundi by accident, he chose to. He saved Kate. Here's a hidden detail most viewers might have missed. When the portal activates, Kong doesn't immediately attack the humans. He destroys the machinery first. That's not random. It suggests Kong understands cause and effect. He knows the machines are the source of disruption, not the people. Now look at the flashbacks. The villagers worship Titan X instead of fearing it. That implies Titan X follows a natural cycle, rising every 200 years, feeding, then disappearing. Bill's obsession interrupts that rhythm, and in the present timeline, humans repeat the exact same mistake by reopening Axis Mundi. Even the electric birds and evolving creatures on Skull Island hint at adaptation. The island reacts when balance shifts, nature adjusts. So here's the real theory. Kong isn't trying to dominate Skull Island. He's trying to preserve equilibrium. Titan X isn't evil, it's cyclical. The true destabilizing force? Human interference. And if that pattern continues, Season 2 may not be about who wins. It may be about whether balance can ever be restored again.